Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela, and as you've seen by the title and the thumbnail, this video is going to be my project Use It Up for my Bath & Body Works candles for the Christmas and winter candles that I own already in my collection. Some of them are single wicks, but I do have 4 crates full, well, less one spot full of candles. So it's kind of a big plate of candles that I'm giving myself to choose from, but I like to give myself selections and options. I am filming this a little bit early, and this is honestly going to get posted a little bit early for the season wise because I'm having a baby mid-November sometime. So I just wanted to get this up because I want to burn candles still. Like, I'm going to be burning candles still, and I'd like to keep track of what I'm going to be burning, and I plan to pick this up after I'm through these next couple of months here, but so I'm not necessarily going to be doing updates on all these candles that I'm going to be talking about in here. And for my own records and personal self, I'm going to be keeping a record of what I'm doing here and keeping myself on track for what I'm doing. So that's why I'm doing this. I have a number of candles down in my basement still. I have some doubles, but I also have picked some up from this year. I'm not saying I'm not going to burn candles from this year, but these are ones that are already in my collection that I do want to make an effort to use up and get gone. So we are going to start. This is such a high tower of candles that comes up to here. We're going to start with the candles that I already have burned in my collection from mostly last year that are all in the Christmas and wintertime selection. I have 2 single wicks that I'll start talking about. The first one is winter. And the notes on winter are white woods, pine needles, sparkling clementine, and spiced clove. This packaging is from 2022. And here on the back, I'm a little ways in. I burned it a few times. Last year I wasn't really heavily burning winter candles. We had just moved in here in November, so my life was very unorganized and a mess. I mean, it still is. It always is, but we had just moved here and we were about to have Christmas here and just was a whole thing. So I wasn't really focusing on burning candles. I was just burning them casually. That's why there's only 1 crate full of candles that I've already burned. So overall, the scent of winter, I enjoy it. Yeah, winter. So the other single wick that I have in here is Merry Cookie. This candle and packaging specifically is from 2021. I've only burned this one a few times also. I don't really care for Merry Cookie that much. I think this one was in either this one or the other, because I actually have 2 of these in my collection, which is funny because I don't care for it, but my kids really like it. But I think one of the 2 single wicks that I have in my collection I got in a purchase with purchase box in 2021, 2022. Not recently, but it's just not my favorite. I don't have the notes because there was no notes on it, but it's fine. I'll put it on the screen. I know there's a fair amount of us who love Merry Cookie, but it's just not for me. But I have already burned it and I would like to get through it, and like I said, it's something that my kids really like, so because of them liking it, it'll inspire me to use it a little bit more. It's not like I hate it, but I just don't love it. So I'm going to get into the 3 wicks that I've already burned. First one we're going to talk about is the cinnamon sugared pecans. The notes are cinnamon sugar, warm roasted pecans, and brown sugar. And this specific packaging is from 2021. And as you see, I've burned it a number of times. It's not terrible. It's not an overwhelming scent in my opinion. So when I picked it up in 2021, when I first burned it, it was something I could burn when I was pregnant, and again, I'm pregnant, so hopefully I'll be able to get some more use out of it. Yeah, I enjoy it. It came back. It actually came back again this year in this packaging, so if you want it, go get it. But I'm not going to get any more this year. If I get any more, it'll be next year. So then the next one I'm going to talk about that I've already burned is Ice Winter Balsam. The notes are frozen eucalyptus, sugared pine, and fresh balsam. This one's from 2022. And if you see here, I burned it well over halfway. So, I mean, I don't hate this one by any stretch. It's just another good piney scent. Not overwhelming either. It's definitely not a fresh balsam, but it's a good tree-esque type scent. I think this one came back this year too. So the next one I'm going to talk about that I used last year is the Strawberry Snowflakes. The notes are juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. And if you see on the bottom here, the oils have really gathered on this one. And I don't understand this because this is again from last year and I didn't store it in any sort of a bad condition, like it was in my basement. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what we can get out of it. I burned it a couple of times last year. I was hoping I was going to be able to handle it. I mean, it's okay. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it this year, being pregnant, but I'm going to give it the old college try. Well, not my college try, but I'm going to give it the old college try. So, yeah. Then the last already burnt 3-wick that I'm going to talk about is in this Give Thanks packaging. But it's really fresh winter air. The notes are zesty citrus, fresh peppermint, and cold evergreen. And on the back here you see I burned it approximately 3 times. And the 3rd time I certainly didn't let it pool out. This one is from 2021. And I picked it up at SAS. It was like early January. 75% off. That was why I got it. It wasn't something that I necessarily like loved and wanted to get immediately, but I don't hate it. So since it has progress on it, I'm going to go and use it up because again, I don't hate it. So yes, those are the 6 candles that I'm putting in this that I already have progress on. So we're gonna go from there on these, but now I have 3 almost totally full, minus 1 spot, crates of candles to talk about that I'm going to burn if I want to, and I'm going to have up here and not down in my collection, so they're definitely more likely to get burned. I only have 1 single wick that I'm going to put in this out of the candles that I don't have burned in my collection. I have a number of unburned single wicks in my collection already for winter, but I'm just trying to limit the number of burnt candles that I have, so I'm just trying to cycle through things. But the 1 unburned single wick that I'm going to put in here is under the Christmas tree. This specific packaging doesn't have the notes on it. It's from 2021 though. I will put the notes across the screen despite other things, but this packaging is okay. I actually have a couple of the under the Christmas tree specifically in this packaging in the single wick, and a couple other scents of candles from this line in my collection, but this is the only single wick that I'm going to put into my round here. Like I said, I'm filming this a little bit early, so it's not quite Christmas time yet. I am totally going to be decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving because I'm due right around Thanksgiving, so I want my house to be ready for Thanksgiving when I come home from having a baby. I don't want to have to decorate for Christmas more. So, that being said, I think we're going to get a fake Christmas tree this year, and I have really little kids, so I don't need like a full big tree that they can wreck, so we're going to get a little one that we can put up and out of the way. So, and because we're getting a fake tree, Andrew really likes live trees. I mean, I really do too, but like I'm okay with compromising for situations. But because of all of this, I put a number of tree scents in this because I know I'm going to be wanting that like ambiance. So the first one I'm putting in is Tree Farm. The notes are crisp pine needle, warm cedar, and spiced apple. This one's from 2021. Again, unburned. I love Tree Farm. I really like it in a car fragrance, but I like it in a candle too. I have another one of these in my collection, this specific packaging, but it'll be nice to have for our Christmas ambiance. Okay, in the era of trying to use the oldest candles that I own, not just keeping them around, one I'm putting in here that's a little bit older, it's Holiday. Just a little bit older. The notes are red cinnamon stick, Christmas clove buds, and ground nutmeg. It's from 2020. I think this packaging was really cute. I haven't burned this one. The wicks are getting a little discolored, but overall, I mean, It's not that old, so, but I just do, I want to get it used up. Want to get it cycled through. So, holiday. Another one I'm putting in is balsam and firewood. On the whole tree kick again. The notes on this one are cedarwood, cardamom, and white birch. This is from last year. The packaging on this, super cute. I really like this one. Again, I was looking for my older candles that I had that were also tree scents because, yeah, balsam and firewood. And we're also going to put in peppermint sugar cookie. The notes are crushed peppermint, vanilla extract, creamy butter, and soft sugar cookies. This one's from 2022. This one also was from SAS. I want to say I picked it up in the summertime here. Like, not that long ago when we had SAS. I think that's what happened. I don't remember. I had lucked out and found it was 2 different candles, 2 of each of the different candles for 75% off the one day when I like snuck in to see if they had anything during SAS this past summer. And I don't know if it was this one, but I picked up a Christmas candle, 2 Christmas candles last summer, but this one's going in, peppermint sugar cookie. So these next 2 are from the same collection last year in 2022. The first one is 'Tis the Season, which has notes of rich red apple, sweet cinnamon, and cedarwood. This is a really good early Christmas time scent, like November basically is when I burn this one, but I knew I was going to want to burn it, so we're throwing it into the collection. Like I said, I'm not going to be necessarily updating YouTube on this, but I will be keeping myself accountable for things, and I write it down myself for myself. So yeah, 'Tis the Season going in here. And in that same like sugar cookie line, I have this Fa La La Latte, which has notes of a shot of espresso and sweet vanilla foam topped with warm cookie crumbles. I have 2, like this one included, in my collection of this one left. I burned one last year and I really, really liked it for like a coffee scent for winter time, Christmas time. I hated it in the Wallflower, but like I got rid of the 2 Wallflower refills that I had of the Fa La La Latte, but I like the candle, so that's going to be my coffee candle that I'm putting in this round. So another candle that's kind of old, it's from 2020, is this Christmas cider. It has notes of mulled cinnamon, crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, and simmering cider. Packaging on this is super duper cute. The lid is cute with like the frost aspect of it all. The wicks on this candle prove that back in 2020 I didn't know what I was doing when I was picking candles out, and I would just pick out candles, whatever the first one was that I grabbed, without knowing that the wicks were different sometimes and not placed right. But I fell in love with this candle. In this specific packaging, I think I had like 6 at one point in time in the very beginning of this. I bought so many because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. What if they never come back with it? Then they came back with it. Then they came back with it. And now they came back with it again. I like it, but I have, outside of this one, I have 1 more in my collection in this specific packaging. So I'm just trying to get through them because I like it. I like it. It's not that I don't like it. It's an older candle. So another one we're putting in is the Perfect Christmas. The notes on the Perfect Christmas are fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallow. And this plain red, boring packaging is from 2021. I don't care for the packaging, if we're being fair. Like, it's Christmassy, it's red. Basic red. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're looking for, but I like the more festive packagings. That being said, I think it's from 2020. I have this one that I'm just not ready to burn just yet. I want to get through this one this year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year that one will be on the list because it'll be 4 years old at that time. But for Christmas time, the Perfect Christmas is easily my most favorite scent. I love it in a Wallflower. I love it in the candle. Like, I cannot wait to burn this one. I can't get enough of this. Love it so much. But yeah, this packaging, meh. So it just lost. Like when I went through all my Perfect Christmases that I have. Because I truthfully have a full crate of the Perfect Christmas. Now it's -1 as of right now because they haven't released the fancy lid, the Perfect Christmas, just yet, because I'm getting that one this year, for the record. But yeah, the Perfect Christmas. These next two are both from 2021. The first one I'm going to talk about is Under the Christmas Tree. Because of the 3-wick, it has notes. So the notes are fir balsam, juniper berries, vanilla eggnog, and sage leaves. Again, this one's from 2020. I think this lid is something they're reusing this year. I'm going to have to look into this. I'm pretty sure Queen of the Girl Geeks, Bonnie, I think she hauled a candle recently and it was a new one. I don't know. I will look it up and editing me will say what I found. But so yes, again, Under the Christmas Tree is a good Christmas tree scent. How many times can I say Christmas and tree at the same time? We are going to need all of the Christmas tree ambiance because we're going to have a fake tree. So the next one I'm going to talk about is Gingerbread Marshmallow. Also 2021. And Gingerbread Marshmallow has notes of gingerbread spice, eggnog, spice rum, vanilla frosting, and brown sugar crystals. The packaging on this is okay. I mean, is what it is. I think this was the year they had all of the polar bear decor and stuff, candle holders and stuff, but I like Gingerbread Marshmallow. The one I don't really like is Spiced Gingerbread. I don't know why. I have a hard time between those two, but so I put this one in this round. I don't actually own any Spiced Gingerbread anymore. I don't want to buy any more. I don't actually know if it's coming out again, but I wouldn't get it if it did. Again, in the era of looking for my older candles, I found another one from 2020 that I need to get rid of because I have 2 of these in my collection, including this one. It's the Spiced Apple Toddy. This has notes of warm apple brandy, spiced plum, tart cranberry, and cinnamon stick. The packaging on this is super less than impressive. There was 4 candles that had these like weird 2-word quotes on that, and few word quotes, whatever. I don't know why that one candle from 2020 is looking old, but none of the other ones from 2020 are. But again, I have another Spiced Apple Toddy, I think last year's packaging. So I just have another one. So I just went in chronological order. So this one lost the battle and got placed into the round for this edition that I'm doing. The next one I'm putting in here is Tipsy Elf, which has notes of merry vanilla, jolly nutmeg, and a sneaky elf with a heavy splash of rum. This one I did pick up at Candle Day last year, 2022. It's okay. I think it's going to be one that I burn January time. Definitely not November. I mean, maybe not November. I don't know. It's okay. I don't know how accurate the description words are, but I'm also terrible at describing candle scents. I don't feel confident doing that, so but yeah, this is going in the round. So I don't have very many peppermint candles in this because I'm not much of a peppermint person. Very loosely. It just has to be the right peppermint for me. The right peppermint for me is crushed candy cane. And that's what I'm putting in this round. This has notes of crunchy peppermint, white sugar crystals, and frosted mint leaf. This is from last year's packaging, 2022, and now that I'm looking at it, I remember this was one that I had picked up from SAS this past summer. So, 75% off candle win for me, I'll take it. But yes, crushed candy cane, totally my favorite. I don't really prefer twisted peppermint. I think that was the other one that I picked up at SAS this past summertime. But that being said, the peppermint sugar cookie, I think I picked it up winter SAS this last year, 2022, technically. But yeah, so crushed candy cane, twisted peppermint, I was able to get both of those at SAS last year, now that this jogged my memory. But I love crushed candy cane. I'm definitely not a twisted peppermint girl, but I'll get my use out of this when I can. So another candle that I'm going to use that's a relatively new one is the cinnamon and clove buds. This has notes of cinnamon leaf, clove bud, and ground nutmeg. This one was produced in 2023 in the very, very beginning of it, but I did pick this one up at the outlet back in the springtime, so I think it was just from last winter in general, but it's okay. I didn't want to get it for full price, but I paid $6 or $8 for it at the outlet this past spring, so I'll take that one. Yeah, it's okay. It's going in my round because I like cinnamon candles, so it needs to get used up. These final two candles that I have that I'm putting into this Christmas and winter project Use It Up that I'm not really doing updates on, but I'm doing, are older. I actually had picked them up when we moved to this area last November. I had found this like resale shop, and they had picked up a bunch of candles from some lady who like resold them, and I ended up picking up some older candles. These two are definitely ones that need to get out of the collection and get moved on. The first one I want to talk about has actually come back a few times since this original release. It's Red Velvet Cupcake. This has notes of lush red velvet cake, cream cheese frosting, and sweet vanilla. This one's from 2018. This was the original, I think the original release of this. I wasn't into Bath & Body Works back then, 2018 specifically. I really picked up in 2019 and 2020. That was when it all sloped downhill, but I never picked this up when it came out, Red Velvet Cupcake, but my scent preferences have changed so much, and I know this is like the original one, and I think I got it for like $8 or $10 at the resale store that I was getting it from, so I was kind of ending me here and popping in because, as we can see in the B-roll footage, the Red Velvet Cupcake jar is definitely cracked and broken, so I'm mostly mad about that because that means I likely bought it broken from this resale shop, but it's what it is. Note to self for future purchases, I guess. But that being said, I'm not going to be burning that candle. Glass is already broken. I'm just not. I'm not going to do that. So I am going to replace that candle with a different candle. I mean, I guess technically I'm going to be putting 2 candles into this in replacement, but we'll get there. The first one that I know I'm putting in replacement with intent to burn is this peppermint hot chocolate. It has peppermint, milk chocolate, and sweet cream. This was in last year's packaging. This was super cute. I think I did pick this one up. I want to say 50 or 75% off. I don't remember. But I am going to put it into this after the whole Red Velvet Cupcake debacle. Because truthfully, I had wanted to put this in here, but Red Velvet Cupcake went out. Well, that one lost. So peppermint hot chocolate is going to go into that. So the other one that I want to kind of talk about that I'm loosely putting into this, I'll talk about it once I discuss what it is. It's this 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This is Santa's cookies, a warm mug of milk, and cinnamon and nutmeg. Last year's packaging, of course. Again, I already have a couple in this packaging, in this round that I'm doing. But this was one that I had picked up 75% off at SAS. I don't remember if it was in the winter or whatever, but it has a funky smell to it. And I never picked it up initially when it first was released because it has a funky smell to it, and I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I just don't know. I don't know what gives it. Okay, but the long and short of it is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a try. Because I did only pay like $8 for it, I'm not really like necessarily mad about it, that I don't really like it initially on Cold Sniff. But I do want to give it a burn and see if I like it, because if I don't like it, I'm not going to keep it. I'm not going to just keep it around just because it was an $8 candle. I'm still going to try and burn it, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna just declutter it from my collection. So this one's technically going to be burned. It's going to be in my rotation of stuff I'm going to burn, but I really have very low expectations. It's funky. It just has a funky funk to it. I don't know what spoiled milk smells like directly, but it just has a funky smell to it, and like I said, I just want to get it out of my collection if I really don't like it. So, technically, I'm putting in 2 candles in replacement of this red velvet cupcake. So these will definitely have an update whenever I do an update on this project I'm doing here. But yes, this was a little pop-in from editing me, so alright. Past me, continue with your video. The final one that I picked up from that store that I'm putting into this round to get out of my collection is this orange chocolate truffle. And this has notes of orange zest, sea salt, and rich dark chocolate. Again, this one's from 2018. I don't know that this one's ever come back out. It's okay. It's definitely like a different type of a scent. You know, the wicks on this just look so discolored, and I think maybe it like sat partially in the sun or something. I don't know anything about candles and how they deteriorate or do, or I don't know. It's definitely an interesting type of a winter scent, because it's definitely a winter scent. It's got like a snowflake on the lid. I'm not blinding you, but yeah, and you know, like the snowman thing on the front. Like I said, it's definitely a winter candle, 276th day of 2018, so it was definitely a wintertime candle. I wouldn't necessarily peg it off the gate as a wintertime candle, but I'm gonna burn it in the wintertime and just get it gone. I don't know, it's not my favorite, but I just wanted to get a couple candles that day, so it's in my collection. It is what it is. It's going into this round. That's all the candles that I'm going to put into this. Again, I'm filming this early, and I'm not intending on filming any updates on this. Certainly not until like it's a finale. I could totally see myself filming a finale to this in like February or March. That's a whole nother story. I'll have like not even a newborn at that point. I'll have like a couple-month-old baby at that point, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But this is my introduction for my project Use It Up for Bath & Body Works candles for my winter and Christmas ones that I'm doing this year for 2023 into 2024. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great day. Until next time.